Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Keith Bloom from L4 Studios, who, together with Mr. B Games, is co-publishing a new version of Richard Borg's Liar's Dice.
Yes, the 30th anniversary edition.
That's right. You have not bought Milton Bradley and are reissuing this.
Well,
fine
I'm going to hold that knowledge
here.
back for a while. Yeah, right, absolutely.
Yes.
It market tested wonderfully. People apparently want to go retro.
That's right.
Who knew?
So, for people who don't know, Liar's Dice, published in Germany, is Bluff.
Yes.
Won Spiel des Jahres in, was it 83?
That
80s.
sounds right. It might have been a little bit later.
It is an incredibly good bluffing game, which I know originated from playing Liar's Poker.
Yeah.
I remember talking with him at one point about playing Liar's Poker with this, and evolved into Liar's Dice.
Yes.
Where you were trying to be the last person who has dice.
Right.
And that is it.
Yeah, you basically have the cup, you're hiding. These are actually the cups that we'll be using. We wanted, it's funny, in talking to Richard about this, he talked about the fact that when he was at some of the tournaments, when people first start, they do this together. And so when you have like 150 people, it sounds like the Zulu coming, right? Good. It's like, I like that. So really, when we were looking at materials and whatnot, we wanted to have that kind of loud clatter and robust plastic so that, when you slam it, you can hear it, and also that, you're not going to have the cups go the way of the dinosaur or whatnot. So we wanted to have that be part of the experience as well. Richard loves dice, so that's got to be part of it.
I'm going to mention. So the whole point of the game is we all have dice.
Yes.
We look at our dice. I look at these dice. No one else does. But we are trying to make a bet or a statement on how many dice are under all the cups. How many ones? How many stars? How many twos? Whatever it is.
Yes.
And we're going to keep raising our bid. It's not really a bid, but it's sort of a bid.
Yeah.
A prediction.
Yeah.
And at some point, someone gets
you're
called.
bidding with the die, right? You have a tracking die to your point.
You gotta pull out your old version here.
Yeah. And so exactly what you were describing is that as you're working your way around the board, if I am looking, make a decision, and I decide to bet or bid 3 6s, the person after me then has to move something that progresses up the line. So you could say 2 stars. The die will have stars, by the way. The one will. The other thing that the choice I made, if somebody did 4 4s, a person could come behind them and say 4 5. So you've got that kind of movement with the numbers as well.
But initially you're going to have 30 dice on the table.
Well, then I would probably be up higher.
Yeah, going to be way higher.
Yeah.
And you keep going. Eventually someone's going to call, and slowly the dice are just frittered away.
Yes.
From bad decisions.
It's a game of attrition. A dice attrition game. That's exactly. Yeah, what happens is as the person who has made the bid or the expectation call, whatever, and then the person who calls, what you're looking at is how many, everybody then reveals their dice. So if somebody had called the 7 5s, everybody then raises up, nice roll for 6s.
Yes.
So all those dice are counted. If I bet that there were 7 5s and you call me and there are only 5 out there, I have to give up 2 of my dice and they come out on the board.
But if there were 9, then I have to give up 2 of mine.
Then the person who called go. Now, if it's exact, then the person who called and everybody else has to give up a die because the person who made the bet was right on point.
That's right.
That's always painful when you're the guy who didn't do anything. And you're like, what the heck?
Yes, and you lose it. Keep losing dice.
Yes.
You have done nothing wrong.
Absolutely.
I love the game mostly because it has the interaction with the table, but a lot of it is just like you're just working on that person next to you all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I just want you to make a bid, and I am off the hook.
Yes.
So I got to read Keith. What is Keith going to accept?
We used to have to play where we would snake it. It's like, okay, next game we're going this way because I'm tired of that person.
Yes.
Yes, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, knowing how you know the people there. My Uncle Brian, who was also in the industry with TSR, with Dungeons and Dragons back in the day, is the person who introduced my dad and me to this game, and this was back in the mid '80s.
Okay.
So it really is. It's so much fun meeting Richard Borg, as I think you have as well. It's just one of the nicest guys. Just straight up. He's so much fun at the shows. He's a wonderful person. He lives near my father in Florida. I've been able to go see him, and so he's just really have enjoyed the friendship that's developed over the time I've known him. And so to kind of be able to come full circle and publish Liar's Dice is really a dream come true.
How did it come about? I was surprised initially that you were presenting Liar's Dice because it's Liar's Dice. Everyone knows it, but it's not in print right now.
I asked. It's shocking it isn't. I think part of it is because of the fact that when Milton Bradley opted not to reprint the game, there were other imitations coming out on the market, and Liar's Dice, that name was out there, and so because Milton Bradley didn't have an ongoing interest, they chose not to defend the name.
Right.
And so then those other products have been out and kind of gaining traction. So I think people were in a position where it's like, well, the mind share might be some other, I don't know if I want to call them other iterations of the game. But this is the one. This is going to be the 6th player. This will have the star as the one.
This will have as well the re-rolling rule where I can make a bid. I look. I reveal
and
my
you are a roller,
here,
sir. That's it.
And then you roll again.
I need to keep these dice for other games.
That's right. Which is, again, it's a small element of the game, but it is fundamentally beautiful.
It is.
And in terms of like pushing on you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There's now some.
Look at this.
There's some more information out there to make.
Surely have more under here.
There's a fun story that he told. Your smile, I think, captures the enjoyment that I remember as well. He said the year that Bluff Liar's Dice won the SDJ, the Spiel des Jahres, the jury said that was not the best game that year, but whenever they got together to judge a game, they always played Liar's Dice. They would either always close the night with it or always start with it. And so it was consistently being played.
Right.
And so to me, that's what's just so exciting about it, is to be able to kind of bring that back. And I hope that other people get to enjoy that experience as well.
It's funny that they would say that's not the best game.
Right.
But you're like, wait a minute. What makes the best game is the game you want to play.
That's it. So maybe it's a translation thing. That's what
it could be. It could be. I mean, there's different elements. Clearly some people do not like.
And to your point, I might maybe I'm relaying it incorrectly, but I think that was because to your point, it's like, well, if that's the game that you keep going back to play, then by extension.
Yes, there's certain people I'd love to play this with. I could not beat him. There's this one guy could read everyone all the time. It was all about beating Brent. You got to beat Brent somehow. Nice. I don't know what it was. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's
good.
Awesome.
When is this coming out? We have a mock-up cover.
This
not
is
final cover.
Some early art. What we're going to do is we're going to show some different versions to the BGG crowd and going to get some votes on which direction we want to go on. So this is, we're I think at the logo where we like it a lot, but we're going to get some feedback from the audience.
That's right.
And see where we're going with this. So we are looking for a Q4. Ideally, we'd like to make holiday this year. That's to be determined kind of as we get everything lined up on the graphics side. So that's our target.
Okay. Well, it's good to have this back in.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Yes. I mean, I got my copy, but everyone else should get copies.
You know what, sir?
You
should have another.
Actually, I do. I have a German Bluff edition where I took out the insert and I have 12 cups in there.
Nice.
With 2 boards.
Now
all
that's
the dice,
how you play it. That's it.
You can go nuts.
That's the expansion. We're going to have Liar's Dice and the Liar's Dice expansion. It just happens to look exactly like the first one.
That's right. It's a twofer. It comes wrapped together.
Exactly.
All right.
I like it.
There you go. Liar's Dice. Not looking like this.
No, sir. Thank you very much.
Yep.